The purpose of existence of our synagogue, Congregation Beth Israel, is to bring our members and those connected to our synagogue closer to God, Torah, and Israel. Israel means the Jewish people, as well as the modern nation of Israel. There's no better way to bring Jews closer to Israel than to actually visit the land of Israel. This is exactly why we have already had 2 congregational trips to Israel in the last 5 years. And this is why we want to go again. We are very busy working on a synagogue trip to Israel for this coming Passover. During Passover of 2014, we want to take a congregational trip that is multi-generational, from people who are very young to seniors and everyone in between. This trip will meet the needs of people of all ages, but most importantly, will give us an opportunity to experience Israel during the holiday of Passover. Now, I know that we are many months away from Passover, but now is the time for us to begin the planning and to begin thinking about this trip. I want to encourage you to come on June 6th to Beth Israel at the JCC at 7:30, where we will have an organizational meeting, a planning meeting, an informational meeting about this trip. Please come so that you can hear and begin to learn about what will be an incredible experience. Every single year, we say next year in Jerusalem. Let's make 2014 the year that we say this year in Jerusalem. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday night, June 6th. And I look forward to traveling to Israel with you this coming Pesach.
My name is Samantha Levine, and I went on the BI Family Israel trip about 5 years ago when I was in grade 8. I have to say it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. It was truly awesome to experience Israel and all the sights with my family, but also with people my age. One of my favorite parts of it was definitely going to the Dead Sea and being with all my friends swimming around, and also hiking up Masada. Without them, I honestly could not have made it. Thank you, BI. It was truly, truly awesome, and I recommend this trip to anyone.
Hi, my name is Norman Franks, and my wife Marlene and I had the good fortune of accompanying Rabbi Infeld to Israel on his last 2 Beth Israel trips. I have to tell you, they were marvelous experiences from beginning to end. They were well organized, well thought out, and the tour guides are absolutely marvelous. 2 of the things I could talk of many things, but I'll speak of 2. On both trips, we met with and dined with Rabbi Wilford and Phyllis Solomon, and got reacquainted and got caught up, and I think they were as thrilled to do that as we on our trip were. The second thing that sticks in my mind about the first trip was the kids. There were a good number of kids on that intergenerational trip, and each and every one of them seemed to be having a marvelous time. They kind of hung out together, and they did things on their own, supervised of course, but they just seemed to be having a really, really good time experiencing Israel. So I would close by saying, if you are considering the next trip to Israel, which is a Pesach trip to Israel next year, I would say please give it serious consideration, because I know it's going to be as good as or better than the 2 that I've experienced. Many thanks.
It's hard to put into words what an incredible experience our Beth Israel family tour was for Hillary, Rebecca, Naomi, and I. We visited Arab markets in Tel Aviv. We stayed in a kibbutz in northern Israel. We went by jeep up into the Golan Heights. We climbed Masada. We floated in the Dead Sea. We visited an ancient port city of Jaffa and saw what had once been the magnificent port built by King Herod himself in Caesarea. We wandered through beautiful art galleries in Safat, and we explored Ammonite caves, where I uncovered in a archaeological dig, for the first time since human hands had touched it 2,200 years ago, an ancient oil lamp. But the crown jewel of our journey that filled our hearts and our minds and our memories was our 5-day stay in Jerusalem. To really touch the Western Wall and join with countless Jews who had prayed there for centuries, to wander the ancient streets, to participate in the frenetic activity of getting ready for Shabbat in a Jewish marketplace, or to listen silently to the testimony of Holocaust survivors in Yad Vashem, to see our children play with other children in Israel, and to be able to share these experiences with our friends who had joined with us in this tour to Israel. How can I describe this? You simply have to be there to experience it.